Good afternoon to all. During last class, we have already seen and learned some of the familiar substance, the contents of the familiar substance in your surroundings, in your kitchen. They are namely acids. Actually, acids means acids. The word acid came from the word Latin name acera, which means sour. Now we can identify some of the acids. We have already seen that the lemon it contains citric acid. We can test it. How we can test the presence of acids here? By using the simple method is by using litmus paper. This is an indicator. Litmus paper is an indicator. These are two types. This is blue in color and this is red in color. Again, we can test the presence of the acids in the lemon. Take a piece of blue litmus. First one, you have to wet the litmus paper in water. And do you look any color change? When the blue litmus paper is placed in the lemon liquid, what's lemon liquid? Citric acid. It turns blue litmus and red. Then we can see another red litmus paper, any change we can note. If a red litmus is placed, any change? No change. Then we can get the conclusion. What is the conclusion? Acids turned blue litmus red. Acids turned blue litmus red. We can do it one more than one experiment. This is tomato. Cut it with a blade. Which acids contains tomato? Mainly oxalic acid. Take a blue litmus paper, wet it first and place it. Note the change, note the color change. Tomato, the acid present in tomato is mainly oxalic acid. It also turned blue litmus red. Blue litmus. The easy and first method to identify and acid a base. We can test it again a base also. Here we take the soap. Soap is not an alkali. Soap is not an alkali, but what is it? The main content of soap is sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Take a red litmus paper. Wet it and paste on a soap. What is the color change? Red litmus turned blue. So we can repeat it using any other calcium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide also. What is the conclusion? What is the color of the litmus paper in acids and bases? Acids turned blue litmus red. Bases turned red litmus blue. This is by using the physical properties. First physical property is what? Taste. The acids are always sour in taste, bases are bitter in taste. Second, litmus paper. What is the color of litmus paper in acids? Litmus paper acid is red. In bases or alkalis, It is blue. What is the difference between bases and alkalis? What is the difference between bases and alkalis? Bases means we have already in the last class I got get you that. What is it? Those substances which produce hydroxide ions are called bases. Sodium hydroxide NaOH, potassium hydroxide KOH, ammonium hydroxide NH4OH, calcium hydroxide CaOH twice, magnesium hydroxide. These are all bases. But those bases which dissolve in water are called alkalis. These are all bases. Why these are called bases? They all produce on dissociation, it produce hydroxide ions. But all the bases does not dissolve in alkali. All the bases does not dissolve in water. Only those bases which dissolves in water are called alkali. Dissolves in water are called alkali. Here, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. These three are dissolved in water. So, it is called an alkali. What is our conclusion? All alkalis are bases. Do you know? All alkalis are bases. But all bases are not alkalis. Know the difference? Bases means produce hydroxide ions on dissociation. Produce hydroxide ion on dissociation. NaOH gives Na positive plus OH negative. KOH gives K positive plus OH negative. These are all NH4OH gives NH4 plus OH negative. CaOH gives Ca plus 2OH negative. But calcium hydroxide is a base but not an alkali. Why? Calcium hydroxide is a base because it produces hydroxide ion on dissolving water. But it does not dissolve in water. It does not fully dissolve in water. So it is not an alkali. Alkali means those bases which dissolve in water. All the bases does not dissolve in water. Those bases which dissolves in water are called alkalis. Examples: sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. These three are alkalis because they dissolve in water. But at the same time, calcium hydroxide is a base, but it is not an alkali because it does not dissolve in water. What are the physical properties of an acid? The physical properties of an acid. First is taste. Sour taste. Second, it must. It turns red. The properties of acids. Third, it conducts electricity. Do the solutions of the conductivity. All the acids as well as bases, they conduct electricity. This we can prove here and experience. All acids are corrosive. What it means? Corrosive. It is not exactly corrosion. Corrosion means when the metal is exposed to air, it reacts with the air, oxygen and moisture and form a coating on its surface. That's corrosion. It is corrosive means it reacts with the metal in contact with it. Where the chemicals are always used. Almost all the chemicals are always kept in glass bottles. Either in glass bottles is preferred, or in plastic bottles. Acids react with the metals, or acids eaten up the metals or the substance in contact with it, except glass and plastic. Almost all the acids react with all the materials except plastic and glass. So, acids and such chemicals are always kept in glass bottles and plastic. So, it is corrosive. The next property is also kept in plastic, glass or plastic container. The next part is it reacts with the metals to produce hydrogen. It reacts with the metals to produce hydrogen. We can take this is sulfuric acid. When we are using chemicals, always a test tube holder is used. It will dilute hydrochloric acid is taken in dilute sulfuric acid is taken in a test tube. This is magnesium rubber. It is cleaned magnesium rubber. When magnesium is taken take part in the reaction, its surface must be cleaned with the sandpaper. Why? The magnesium remains always when it is open in air, exposed to air. The magnesium reacts with the air, oxygen and moisture present in the air to form a coating of magnesium oxide. In order to take part in the reaction quickly, we have to remove the magnesium oxide coating with a sandpaper. Then a piece of magnesium remains placed in it. What are the reactants here? What are the reactants? Sulfuric acid and magnesium, sulfuric acid and magnesium. We have already learned that acids react with the metals to produce hydrogen. You have to please look at here any gas is produced and how we can test the presence of gas. Please look at here. You can observe that a gas is reacts with the metals to produce a hydrogen gas is evolving there. We can prove the presence of hydrogen by a simple experiment. Can please look at here. The hydrogen burns with a pop sound. Hydrogen burns with a pop sound. This we can identify the hydrogen gas. All the acids react with the metals. The metals is reacted completely gas. And all the acids. Here we have used what is the solution left here? What is the reactants taken? Sulfuric acid and magnesium. What are the products formed? Magnesium sulfate and hydrogen. Hydrogen gas is evolved and we can test it. How we can test it? Matchstick is lighted match presence in it bears with a pop sound. The remaining substance is magnesium sulfate. What is the property of the acids? Next property, it reacts with acids react with the metals to produce its salt and hydrogen. Next, one more property we can study here is it reacts with the carbonates. It reacts with the carbonates to produce carbon dioxide. Till sulfuric acid is, dilute sulfuric acid is taken in a test tube. What is this? Sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate anhydrous, but it's anhydrous without moisture. Little sodium carbonate is added to sulfuric acid. What are the reactants here? This is dilute sulfuric acid. We add some sodium carbonate to it. Look at here, brisk performance of carbon dioxide gas. Dilute sulfuric acid reacts with the sodium carbonate to produce sodium sulfate and carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas is evolved. How can the last class we already said to you how we can test the presence of carbon dioxide gas? If we pass this carbon dioxide gas through lime water, it turned milky. Lime water means calcium hydroxide water. It turned milky due to the formation of a precipitate is formed, that is calcium carbonate. This is another property of acids is this. What is acids react with the carbonates to produce carbon dioxide and its precipitate, its salt is formed. The residue is what? The remaining solution is what? Sodium sulfate. Sodium carbonate reacts with the sulfuric acid to form sodium sulfate, H2O and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide evolved to the atmosphere. You please remember this. 3 experiments we have already shown you. While doing experiment, you have to remember what are the things, materials needed. What are the materials needed here? Test tube holder, then the chemicals, sulfuric acid, then what? Sodium carbonate. What is the observation? Brisk effervescence of a gas. Brisk evolution of a gas. What is conclusion? Sulfuric acid reacts with the carbon dioxide. The presence of carbon dioxide is proved by that experiment by passing through a lime water and milky. We have to give the conclusion. What is conclusion? Acids react with the carbonates as well as bicarbonate. It produces carbon dioxide. If bicarbonate is used, the effervescence of carbon dioxide is more vigorous. More amount of carbon dioxide is produced. This is the principle used in fire extinguishers. We have seen in all schools, we have seen that there is fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher, what are ingredients inside it? Sodium bicarbonate, or any bicarbonate, mainly sodium bicarbonate and any acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. Then what will happen? When we shake it, acid overflow to the bicarbonate and a brisk process of carbon dioxide is produced, it will help to extinguish fire. So, the fire extinguishers, this principle is used. Bicarbonates will react with the acids, a great quantity of carbon dioxide is produced. Then, another property is the acid is acids react with the bases to form salt and water. You must remember the properties of acids. One taste, so it's our taste, litmus, acids, blue litmus red, it conducts electricity, it is very corrosive and it is kept in either glass bottle or plastic bottles. Then it reacts with the metals to produce hydrogen and it reacts with the carbonates and bicarbonates to produce carbon dioxide and other properties. It acids react with the bases to form salt and water. acid plus base gives salt plus water. For example, HCl plus NaOH. What is NaOH? What's NaOH? Sodium hydroxide gives NaCl plus H2O. Acids react with the bases to form salt and water. This is known as a special name named neutralization. This is known as neutralization. This reaction is known as neutralization. Why it is called neutralization? The property of acidity is H positive and the property of basicity is basic nature is OH negative. When it reacts with each other, what happens? HCl can be written as H positive plus Cl negative. NaOH can be written as Na positive plus OH negative. While reacting with each other, what happens? The hydrogen ion of the HCl combines with the hydroxide ion of the base to form H2O. And the remaining ions, Cl and Na, combines to form NaCl, a salt. So this is called this reaction is called a neutralization. What do you mean neutralization? This is neither acidic nor basic. It does not show the property of either acid or basic. Why? The acidic property is due to the presence of H positive ion and the basic property is due to the presence of OH negative ion. On reacting with each other, these ions combine to form H2O. They are neutralize each other. They are neither acidic nor basic. It is neutral. So this reaction is called neutralization. So what do you mean neutralization? Acids react with the bases to form salt and water. This reaction is called neutralization reactions. If you use potassium hydroxide instead of sodium hydroxide, we can use potassium hydroxide or any hydroxide. Instead of hydrochloric acid, we can use any sulfuric acid or nitric acid, any acid. The reaction take place and they neutralize each other. Hence, it is called neutralization reaction. Then again, the salt formed is, you have to know little more. This is a hydrochloric acid is, we know that a strong acid. Likewise, sodium hydroxide is a strong base. So the product from the sodium chloride is also a neutral. In the case of hydrochloric acid, if we take acetic acid, CH3COOH, what happens? Sodium hydroxide is a strong base, acetic acid is a weak acid. So the product formed is sodium acetate and water. Sodium acetate and water. This is slightly basic. What do you mean by this? If bases and base acids and bases are equal strength, it is neutral. Which is more strong, it shows the property of that part. That an acid is more strong than a base, the salt property is slightly acidic. Similarly, the base is more strong than acid, it shows slightly a basic. So it shows a slightly basic nature because sodium is a strong base. Comparing to the acetic acid is a weak acid. So you have to read up to this portion. I think you have get a general idea about acids and bases and its common properties and how we can test the presence and the common things. You have already always used in our kitchen, and the drinks we have usually drink while we are going everywhere, that also contain acids. So you think similarly, certain substance, certain foods, as well as certain things has a special taste, a peculiar taste. You have to know why the reason for that taste, or either it is sour taste or bitter taste or sweet taste. This also, because sweet taste is not the presence of acids or bases, there are certain peculiar substances present in it. So you must make clear and thorough knowledge about acids and bases. We can continue the next episode. Okay, thank you.